Warning. It is the opinion of the Forestry Productions LLC and the Working Perspectives podcast that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You have been warned, so if you decide to listen to the recording, then don't complain about the language. Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by jdub, Justin Richardson, the Heartstopper, Jana Hehlo, and our guest today is the one and the only Bethany Chernay. You can find all our stuff and all our content and all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can have us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast, and you can join us on the Twitter and the at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe so we can keep this party going. jdub, how we doing? Babette?
Doing grand,
great, wonderful, fantastic. Jana, hello, how are you?
It's funny because I'm also doing grand.
Wow.
excellent.
Well, speaking of being grand, this is the Working Perspectives podcast. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. We're just sharing. Working perspectives.
All right, so let's talk about today's journey to get Bethany Chernay. Let me tell you. So I will tell you the exact time. It was 2:36 p.m. Eastern time. The
Ooh, 6
show,
minutes early
yeah.
to go to the dentist.
Oh, look at that. Well, the show recording was booked for 7 p.m., right? So we're looking at like 4.5 hour window, right? I had gotten a message from tonight's guest saying that they couldn't make it. They have an emergency and that they would like to reschedule. Either way, what did I do? What did I do? I called in the righty, good old Jana Hehlo, and asked her to please God save the day again. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk it out there.
Let's talk about it. Talisa Samano, excellent guest, great get from Jana Hehlo, right? Sheila Berry, amazing guest, another great get from Jana Hehlo. Eduardo Valdivieso, and another amazing guest and another great get because of Jana the Heartstopper Hehlo. So super excited today that we were able, and Jana was just able to dive deep into the playbook. Could you imagine if Jana wasn't here? Like, the show would be sunk. It would be absolutely sunk. One, no one would be listening. Two, definitely no one would be watching, right? And then we'd have like no guest ever. So Jana again saves the day with our guest. I'm super excited she's here. Super excited to get into it. So Bethany, thanks for agreeing to be on. But before we get started, I would just like to ask, what movie do you think is better? The Godfather Part 1 or The Godfather Part 2?
I mean, I feel like it's non-negotiable that it's part 2. I guess the right answer then.
That is the correct answer. Golly, starting out with a bang. And it's not even a question, Bethany. Am I right? Not even close.
Dumb.
No, you're dumb. So next question, Bethany. When you're doing Cheetos, are they crunchy or puffed?
Crunchy for sure.
Loving it. God, we needed a crunchy. I'll tell Bethany, it's hard to believe that we've been in the midst of a puff renaissance lately. I know.
Yeah. That's the Great Recession, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Uh.
nailed it. So 100% correct. We have another question is waffles or pancakes?
Waffles.
Golly,
Oh my
is she batting
goodness.
1,000 right
So
now?
far.
He's your soulmate.
Wow. Okay.
It's
Next.
a vessel for syrup. I'm just
Am-
saying.
I mean, and amongst other things, right? But yeah, it's
True.
syrup. It's syrup's, high classy, love of its life. Either way. Next
Yeah.
question, right? Amusement parks or water park?
Oh, probably amusement parks because I don't want a wedgie.
Are we witnessing history? Okay.
Am I witnessing a heart attack?
This is incredible. You have
Let's
no
go,
idea. I've been shit on for months with these questions. So
Wow.
this is the big one, and this one will divide the room, and it'll just it'll show everyone just your character. All right. When you're eating wings, are you drums or are you flats?
Okay, I am drums.
Oh,
my God, it's happened.
it's a clean
It's
sweep.
happened. He hit for the cycle.
His new house,
I
his new
can't
recording
make that
studio.
happen.
Wow.
Jana's
feel like
trying to
this
play
setup-
matchmaker right now.
This is incredible.
Listen, it's worked before for you.
Yeah.
I know this is what I would be touched to.
Wow. I mean, if I wasn't married, Bethany, I'd be
Same.
coming over to your house right now and we'd be eating some drumsticks. Let me tell you, because this is incredible. Wow. We have a new question that was given to us today. Are you Rolling Stones or Beatles?
Whoa.
Rolling Stones.
Oh my God.
Wow. Are we the same person?
Is that you,
This is
Matt?
incredible.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, but that was great. So, wow. Well, excellent job, Bethany. You answered every question correctly. Every
Excuse
single
me.
one.
I have a
There we
major
go.
announcement.
Okay, and then also we have a major announcement from Jana Heartstopper. Hello, Jana, please take it away.
Okay, I have a major announcement. I have switched to crunchy Cheetos.
I'm alone.
Justin, your thoughts?
I'm alone in my puffiness.
Wow.
I had them Sunday and then again yesterday.
Wow.
And then I was just like, I get it. Like I get it now. I was wrong before.
Yeah.
And now I'm right.
It's big of you to admit your mistakes, and then also,
It was a mistake.
what did you have? Just original or a flavor?
Just the regular. I just popped it in and then I let all the cheese dissolve. And then I just crunched it away and I was just like, this is superior. And that was it. I've grown up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're a woman now in land and title, and it's incredible, man. That's big
That
news.
felt good, you guys.
Big
That
news
felt
on the
really good.
show today. Wow, we have someone hit for the cycle, and then Jana is converted to Crunchy. This is big news, guys. Big news. But so Jana, well, thank you for joining the Crunchy train as well as everybody else.
thank you.
And then, but Bethany, super excited to have you here. How are you?
Should I make it a grand slam and say I'm also doing grand?
A pure delight, Bethany, as always.
That was phenomenal. Wow, that was phenomenal. Justin, are you just blown away? Because I'm flabbergasted.
We agree on nothing, but I do find her humorous.
Yeah, she's great. So, okay, Bethany, awesome. So you're doing grand. Great to hear. So where were you born and where did you grow up?
I was born in Philadelphia. I
Land
was
of the free.
raised in Philadelphia
Ooh.
until I was 11. Then we moved to the suburbs. But
okay.
yeah, I'm like born and raised this area.
What part of the city?
So when I was a kid, it was Overbrook Park, like West Philly,
Yep,
down near
yep,
like St.
sure.
Joe's.
Yeah.
Moved to Plymouth Meeting for middle school and high school.
Shout out.
Went to college on the main line.
Oh,
And now I
Rich.
live in Hatboro. Well,
which college?
Eastern University. It is a
Okay.
conservative Christian school that my
Right.
mother worked at, so tuition was free.
Ooh, saving
So
those
rich.
big bucks. Smart move. Smart move. Nice. All right. So then, okay. So what was life like growing up? So you kind of stayed, Overbrook is next to the main line. So you kind of were like, you went to the main line, then Plymouth Meeting, then back to the main line kind of thing. But how was it in Overbrook?
I feel like it was pretty good early on.
Yeah.
things started getting a little dodgy towards the end there. And my mom was a single mom. So my sister was going into 9th grade. I was going into 6th.
Okay.
And that seemed like a good time to make a clean break,
Yeah.
get somewhere where
Yeah.
walking to school she wasn't as concerned about.
Yeah. I hear you. Where'd you go? Plymouth, meaning like Lafayette Hill area, like that area?
Like really close to the mall. Like, not kidding, my first job was Chick-fil-A, and I walked to the Plymouth Meeting Mall to work in the one that was in. I don't know if it's even still there.
I live really
Wow.
close to that mall, and I have walked to that Chick-fil-A.
Wow. Look at you guys.
Listen, yeah. See, the things that we have in common are important. That's what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah.
Not movie taste or chicken wings or.
I mean,
Right.
but how was
Walkability.
how was
Great mall.
Chick-fil-A?
Got a bunch of stuff.
You worked at Chick-fil-A. Now that is, I'll tell you this. Chick-fil-A, we did have someone on the show, I guess it was last week, that just shit all over Chick-fil-A's political beliefs and their religious beliefs, right? But as far as the chicken, they make some damn good chicken. So
Amazing.
yeah, what was it? Because I'm not gonna lie, the service at Chick-fil-A, in my experience, has always been exceptional and
Phenomenal.
yeah, just grand even, really. But how did you like working there? How did it go?
So I liked working there for the fact that I had discounts on
Love it.
the chicken for
Oh,
sure.
Love it.
For sure. But I will say, Jana knows that I'm a little bit of a less than a rule
Bitch.
follower, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fight the
So
man.
like, I will say that I refused to say my pleasure. I just did not like the phrase. I would get in trouble with my managers regularly, but I just refused.
Wow. I mean,
because
That's like something that they seriously want you to
Yeah,
say
you have
at
to
all
kiss the
times.
ring
I
every
know.
morning and say my pleasure
Yeah.
before you start your shift.
wow.
I know.
That
I
is
mean, I
kind of
lasted
like a
less than a
thing, though.
year.
That is like, I understand where you're coming from because it's like my pleasure. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like
Yeah.
a creepy, especially if it's to like an old guy, you're like, oh, my pleasure, sir. And it's like, hey, shove off. All right, bub. You know what I mean? It can just be kind of, I'm with you. It's kind of, also they hate the gays. So
It's the best
Yeah.
bigoted chicken sandwich there is.
it is the
100%.
So many
greatest.
bigoted chickens.
I
The
feel like
best.
I can't say my pleasure unless I'm saying it in a country accent.
Yeah.
So that's probably
Whoa.
how I would get through my days.
How would that go, Jana?
Well, thank me for something.
Jana, thank you so much for being on the show and for being incredible and for switching to crunchy Cheetos.
Oh my, it's my pleasure.
I feel like that is kind of how they say it.
Oh man,
Dude,
that's
there's this lady at this Chick-fil-A I go to that's so fucking happy.
Oh.
And it makes me so upset every morning.
how do they get you guys to be so happy? Do they give you like some juice or something? Like what's the deal?
Happy
I
juice?
mean,
Happy juice.
I think, well, yeah, the lemonade is a
So
banger
good.
for sure.
Woo.
But I mean, I really think that it's like they pay just a hair above minimum wage
Mm.
for your first job, and you're
Mm.
like,
Mm.
oh, I'm bougie.
And you don't have to work Sunday.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
another huge
The other
one.
thing is
You get a
Chick-
day off.
Chick-fil-A asks you what sauce you want, and it's in the bag when they hand it to you. McDonald's, when you order nuggets, ask you what sauce you want every time. And I have never one time had sauce in my bag. And then they look at you like I'll be like, where's the barbecue sauce? And they'll be like,
And then they'll be like,
"Well,
"Ugh,"
you
and
asked
they
me
don't
what
even
sauce I
speak to
want.
you.
And it's
Yeah.
not even the sauce, it's the exact amount you asked for, right?
Oh yeah, you could be like 3
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A sauces, 2 ketchups, and 9 napkins, and it'll be in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
will be their pleasure to give
And
it to
it
you.
will be their
Yeah.
pleasure. Yeah. No, incredible. Yeah. Chick-fil-A, it is a complex love that people have with them because I mean, my brother's gay, so I ride for the gays, but I mean, Chick-fil-A is so fucking good.
It's
so
so good.
And it's like competent, like if you go to Chick-fil-A
It's
and you exactly, it's
Dude,
so
40
efficient.
cars in a Chick-fil-A parking lot takes less than 7 cars in a McDonald's parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually true.
They just
They
cranking
just know what
chicken.
they're doing, yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
they're bigoted as hell, but they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're like the
This,
Disney of fast food. They make it magical.
They really
this one
do.
Chick-fil-A I went to a couple weeks ago had a double drive-through, and it was so fast.
Just bang, bang, bang,
But
bang,
I
bang.
feel like some places they don't even let you get to the drive-through window. They got the kids out
Yeah.
there in all
Yes.
elements.
Yes, they
Rain,
do.
sleet, snow.
They
Yeah.
And
deliver
they have
now.
to be happy about
iPad.
it.
One time I was in line and I got my sandwich, and by the time I was like pulling out to leave, I was like halfway done my food. I was, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the most efficient.
crazy.
They could have changed my tires while I was in line.
They also, it's
Would've
like they
been the
know
best.
you're
Probably did.
coming to get this. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
know, like they have your food ready before you even get in line. It's incredible. They're
They just
I'm-
come up to your desk at work. They're like, "What the fuck?" You're like, "You want this? What do you want?" Oh my
Yeah.
god, number one cheese.
yeah. Classic with American. Yeah. No lettuce, extra pickles. That's me. But I'm just a genius. I don't know what anyone else is thinking. But either way, so you grew up. Okay, so you're in Overbrook till you're 11, and then you went to Plymouth Meeting. Did you do any sports as a kid?
I tried out for every sport from 7th to 11th grade, and I failed to make one team. We're talking basketball, volleyball,
Ooh.
soccer. I mean, Jana, you're not surprised.
No. Oh, if only they had a comedy club.
Yo,
Right,
you would
like
be
my
the
all of
president.
my experience, if I was a video game character, it's all loaded up in like humor. Not one bit is in like physical acumen. It's just, but I'm okay with that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you're a masterpiece. So, you know, who would change that? But either way, I mean, honestly, that's pretty great. So wait, you tried basketball, everything, but you never did like organized. You always did like the tryout stuff and it just never worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
you,
just left it there.
you don't want to hang out with those losers anyways. You know what I mean? Like, come on, get a grip. I hung out with some soccer players one time and I was like, bro, come on. Who are you? You know, it's just one of those things. But either
People are
way,
breaking bones and stuff too. Like I'm not trying to,
hell
Get
no. Hell no. Your body's a temple. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
and it'll make it even harder for me to just hang with the rest of these people that can walk from point A to point B without tripping.
Yeah.
How would you get to work?
Yeah. True that. Nice. Yeah. I mean, Chick-fil-A, what would they do if you had a broken leg? You know what I mean? They'd figure it out. I'll tell you that because it's Chick-fil-A. But okay, so then you're in Plymouth Meeting. Shout out the Ale House in Plymouth Meeting. Best
Yeah.
roast beef there is.
Oh, Ye Old Ale House. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Miller's Ale House.
No.
Ew.
It's like a glorified fucking Applebee's.
No. I'm talking about the roast beef, the Ale House.
Yeah, that
the-
fucks, yo. It's like black
It's the
gravy.
best.
It's so good, yo.
It's the best. It's the best roast beef sandwich you'll ever have anywhere, and I will fight a man or woman who says different. And,
And
they
they
know
have fried
this.
Oreos.
Do they?
I want to
Yeah.
go.
Let's fry you some Oreos.
And they got the fry gimmicks. Oh my god! I mean, a lot of food talk, guys. A lot of food talk tonight. But either way, but Jana, I will take you, and it'll be incredible.
you.
Yeah, of course. And so,
All I did today was eat. I ate so much today, and I'm hungry, even though I just ate.
Isn't
I
that the
want a roast beef
best?
sandwich.
What'd you have, yeah?
yeah, Jana,
We
please.
don't have enough time. No, I'm telling you, we don't have enough time.
God, I mean,
Let's just
isn't it
move
the
on.
best when you like have a nothing day and just like, let's order pizza, let's order Chinese, let's just sit around and
Listen,
get a cake.
I'm married now, so I'm gonna eat whatever I want at
You
all
should-
times.
You should have been
It's too
doing
late.
that anyway.
Dude, I've been
It's too
going
late.
crab rangoon crazy. yo.
Oh,
Oh
crab
my
rangoon.
God.
Rangoon.
Now
you
one of my
s-
favorite
I've-
things on earth.
I've been getting
Language.
goons just like passing by, you know, I'm like, let me get an order of goons, some sweet and sour, eat them all on the way home and ditch the trash.
Oh,
my
just
God.
grab.
Nobody
they're
even knows. Just crush
amazing.
8 goons alone in a car.
Oh,
The
No shame.
crispy top, pillowy
Oh.
bottom.
Oh,
pillowy
about it.
as fuck.
how do you dip them though? Because I'm in the
It's like
game
an
of like
animal.
there's like 4 corners, right? I grab 2 of the corners and squish them, and then dip the other end, and then hibachi. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes
Correct.
if I'm getting wild, I pour it just into the top of the goon. and just shove it in my mouth
Whoa!
at
Whoa!
once.
You smother your goon? A
I don't use
smothered
sauce. I just
goon.
go raw doggy.
Wow! You do them
I just-
without the sweet and sour?
Yeah, I just love them so much. I
God,
don't
you're
want anything
just-
to mess with that.
You're a
You know, we're
gangster.
all goon. We're all pro goon. You
Yeah.
know? That's what brings us together.
For sure.
Yeah.
Crab
Look,
rangoon. Mwah.
Oh, just
Rangoon
fan of the
perspectives.
show, listener of the show. Absolutely. Wonton soup too? Anybody? Yes? No?
I'm like just
Everybody.
crab rangoon.
Oh wow.
I like draw a line there.
Wait, period?
I'll get like sweet and sour chicken.
And
But that's
Chick-fil-A.
just like the chicken rangoon, basically, just without the cream cheese or whatever.
The one
yeah.
spot had good. Yeah. sorry.
Wait, what? Okay, continue, Justin, please.
The pizza roll. Some place have the cheesesteak roll. One time, the shitty ass Chinese place I used to live down the street from, I ordered a cheesesteak roll, and I don't like onions, but it had onions in it, and I would accept that because they didn't make them there. And one time I ordered it, and it didn't have meat in it; it just had onions, and I lost my shit. I stormed back there. I was like, "Are you fucking with me, yo?"
You're like, we didn't win the war for you to come over here and do this, you bastard.
I was like, "My grandfather stabbed one of you, motherfucker."
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, either way, but yeah, so shout out Crab Rangoon, fan of the show, listener to the show. So very good. So let's keep it moving. So you're in high school, you're hanging out, you're having fun. What are you doing in high school, Bethany? And how was it for you? Because some of us, it was pretty tough. Justin.
I mean, it was medium. I don't feel like we had a fairly small class size. Like I think we were under 400 people.
What school is this?
Plymouth White Marsh High School.
Okay, PW.
Yeah.
P-dub.
Except I wasn't cool enough to say it that way.
Who is?
But anyway, I definitely tried my hand at theater a little bit. But I don't
like that for
feel
you.
like
Wow.
yeah, I don't feel like that was a super good move for me.
Why not?
I can't sing. So like just a little background here is like I will put myself on a stage, but I'm not expecting myself to perform. So like I've been known to go up at karaoke and sing Adele just because I know that if I perform it, any other song that I want to do the rest of the night, I'll be fine because I opened up with something that I absolutely can't do.
Yeah.
So it's just like the rest of the night is cake.
Yeah. It's kind of like when a dude like lies about his junk, where he's like, it's so small, but then it's a medium. And you're like, oh, I was expecting to be little. Now it's a medium. I'm not as disappointed as I would be if you said it was huge and it's, you know what I'm saying? Kind of.
Right, or kind of
exactly.
like when guys are like, I'm
Under-promise.
5'11", and then they're really 5'6".
I'm 5'11", Jana. All right. I'm 5'11", and it's a very adequate 5'11". Okay. I'm not 5'8" like you think I am. I'm 5'11". I'm basically 6 feet tall.
You're basically not.
You win.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Jeez. Thanks, Bethany. That's not an issue, by the way. I am 5'11", and everybody knows it. And it's a common known fact, and everyone appreciates it. So there you go. So either way, you're in school, right?
Sure.
You're in school and you're a thespian. You're doing the thespian thing, having fun, hanging out. And did you ever get in a play or anything like that? Or
yeah, this one like really off-brand thing that we created ourselves. I think it was called like the American Dream or like American something. It was just like what do they call those? Not like vaudeville. What are the like a bunch of different little shows?
It's kind of like like an SNL kind of thing where it was like God, what is
Oh, I
it?
know what you're talking about with like different skits in it. Dang,
Yeah.
I can't think
Clearly a
of it either.
Variety
thespian
show?
over here. I know
Right.
all the vocabulary.
Yeah, Justin, you said it.
Variety show.
Variety show.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, that's not. I mean, I wasn't even close to that. But okay,
No.
so you did variety show. Can I ask, like, what year was this around?
I graduated in 2006.
Okay, wow, you're
So
pretty
that
young
would be like-
because I'm way older than that. So either way, and then so wait, because I remember when I was in school, 9/11 happened, like just like when I was a junior, or no, I might have been a sophomore. Or maybe a junior. Either way, 9/11 happens, things are going down, but I remember like we would have like shows and like school plays and stuff after that, and people would say like these these poems about America and pride and 9/11, and this is what we do, the flag. Ooh. Was that the kind of gimmick that was going on with this variety show?
100%. 100%. I was in 8th grade when 9/11 happened,
Sure.
and this was 9th grade when I was in this. I mean,
Oh,
standard to what I've already shared about myself, I did try out for future musicals and stuff, did not make it. But you know what? I think the main takeaway here is that my resilience is unmatched
Yeah.
Yes,
because
girlfriend.
look where I am now, right?
hey, you've made it. You're here.
You're here.
You're here. You've made it. Yeah. So very nice. But yeah, I think you're a star either way, and that's all that matters. But okay. So you get through high school, everything's good. Then, like we said, your mom worked at Eastern University, Eastern College, Eastern U.
Universe.
Eastern U, oldie you. So you said,
out.
yeah, shout out, fan of the show, listener to the show. So you decided to go to old EU, home of the Tigers, and hopefully not pay for tuition as much because your mom worked there. So how'd that go?
Yeah, that was good. I feel like that's where I really came into my own. I feel
Okay.
like I like in high school, I definitely found my sense of humor for the first time in 8th grade. It was just bottled up
Got it.
before then. And I feel like I shared it with a select few people
Mhm.
in high school. Came to Eastern, and for whatever reason, that was the environment to just like let it fly.
Mm.
And I felt like I received positive feedback for that. Like one
Yeah.
little tidbit of information, I think still to this day, the one and only, but I was the first. We typically did the Mr. Eastern, like a competition, like a Miss America kind of thing for dudes. Never did
Okay.
it for women. Did it one year in 2008, and I won that year. And they have not, I don't believe, since done
No
Miss
one could be
Eastern.
you.
So I'm pretty sure one and only Miss
Whoa.
Eastern
You still have the
right
belt.
here.
Wow.
I think I literally got nothing. Like maybe they
Whoa, you
sent
got
out
the
like a
title.
tweet. There
You
you
got
go.
on this
you're the
podcast.
forever title. Yeah, duh. Miss
Undisputed
Eastern.
champion.
Yeah, the greatest of
That's
all
why
time.
Jana recommended me.
Yeah, I was like, guys, you have to meet Miss EU.
Yeah. Shout out. So nice. And you had a great singing voice, she said. And also
Right. That was
you
her
love,
talent in the competition.
yeah, and you love a good goon. Everybody loves a good goon. So just
Everybody does.
whacking down goons and singing Adele. That's the name of the game. So nice. Okay. So no, I mean, I've only known you for going on 45 minutes, and this whole time you've been incredible. So I'm a big fan of you. So, I mean, I can only imagine Eastern University being a massive fan of you also. So, okay.
That's literally exactly what my college boyfriend said, by the way, like verbatim. I've only known you for 45 minutes.
But I bet this whole
Been
college would
incredible.
love you.
Oh, I can't wait for you to tell them what he said next.
I mean, I'm all ears if you want to tell us.
He said, "Let's go goonin." That's probably what he said.
Man, I mean, that's a pretty hot date. You meet a gal, 45 minutes, you're whacking down goons. I mean, come on. Could you ask for anything more? Jeez.
I'm taking my best gal gooning tonight. Taking the old man's car out.
Oh my gosh.
I
Just a
want that
couple
right
kids.
now.
Yeah, I would love an 8-pack of goons right now. I'm telling you.
already ordering it on Grubhub, you guys.
Nice. Okay, so let's keep it on moving down the road. So we have come to that time in the show. It's everyone's favorite time of the show. It's jdub's questions, asking some questions. jdub's questions, a new favorite. jdub question. So yep, that impressed. Yeah, I know.
Those high notes.
It was a high one today. So either way, this is the part of the show where jdub, Justin, he's going to ask you some questions, Bethany, and hopefully the answers are incredible. So Justin, take it away.
How long do you think you could live inside of a Walmart?
Whoa.
I'm gonna say like 4 days.
4
What
days?
is wrong with these people?
4?
For real? That's it?
Well, what if it was
I'm-
like if you could if you live in there for a month, you get $1 million?
Have you ever seen the show? What is it called? Alone? Where you have to stay in the wilderness, but you don't know how long the other contestants drop out. And whoever stays the longest wins the money. So let's say you have to stay for like as long as you humanly can in the thought that You have to outlast someone else staying at another Walmart in another location.
Yeah.
Am I alone? And can I?
No, the
seek
Walmart's
out
open to the
sunlight?
public,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't
Can
leave
I
the
step
Walmart.
outside?
No.
Okay, yeah, then I'm gonna stick with
I mean,
4
is
days.
there a garden section? You might be able to step outside. Walmart
Yeah,
might have
you
a
can hang
garden
out in the
section.
garden section.
If you can pull some strings with the production crew and get me into a Walmart with a garden section, then I'll think about.
And they'll install a shower just for you. But
Oh, I mean, I'll just, automatic sink a little
Yeah.
splash here and there. I'll do it.
Yeah, you're in a
Things
Walmart.
blow in the.
You don't want to
Yeah.
stick
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Right.
You want to fit in with
Blend
everybody. Yeah, not showering for 4 days, you'd fit right in.
Everyone smells like they've been here for 3 days.
That is the truth. It is Walmart. Man, that is a rough place to work. Good old Walmart. So, okay.
4
very
days.
nice.
That's it.
How about, would you do
it-
30 for a mill?
Probably. Are we talking pre or post taxes being taken out?
Everything's comped inside the Walmart. You
Oh,
can
the
eat and
million that you
peruse.
get.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if we're talking a mill plus I get to fill up at least 2, I'll just cap it at 2. 2 Suburban XLs with as much as I can
Dang.
fit from the Walmart. Who's to say what ends up in there?
Yeah. I mean, after like
J-Dub's a hard bargain.
yeah, I mean, what, like, it'd be crazy too if you're there for 30 days and like maybe you didn't want this carburetor that they had in the back, but you just become attached to it for some reason. And you're like, you know
Yeah.
what? This carburetor's coming with me. Throw it in the truck. And then now
Oh
you have
my
a
God.
carburetor.
I feel
I just
you.
become one of those people in My Strange Addiction that have like a romantic relationship
Oh,
with an inanimate object. That carburetor, I'm like, I can't leave Carl the carburetor.
Oh, no, not Carl.
bonded.
good old Carl.
You become
Carl
intimate with the
B.
optometrist
Raider.
mannequin.
Speaking of that crap TV show, I did see the one. I think it was a show, My Strange Addiction, where they were addicted to eating couch cushions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And I was like,
They eat
what?
everything on that.
What
show.
is
Deodorant?
this?
The deodorant one.
What?
Yeah.
Eating deodorant?
Yeah.
Doesn't
I'm
it
sorry.
kill you?
How can we not talk about eating dirty babies' diapers?
oh.
That's
Although
the worst
literally,
one besides drinking your own pee.
Whoa.
I won't do it.
Never.
all
What-
I'm gonna say is, if any of these were served with a side of Chick-fil-A sauce, does it enhance the probability?
Oh, tenfold.
Right?
There's
Oh
like,
my God.
I mean, a dirty baby diaper with a chicky fillet sauce. I'm not gonna work.
do you know what it is? Do you know what Chick-fil-A sauce is?
My pleasure
like
is what it
barbecue
is.
sauce?
That is pleasure. Is
It's-
what that is.
It's
Chick-fil-A
barbecue,
sauce.
ranch, and honey mustard all mixed together.
Shut
Oh,
the
I
front
don't-
door.
I
No,
don't
it's
taste
not.
the ranch. I don't taste the ranch, but I definitely
You
taste
can
those
see
other
the
two.
ranch in there. Look at it.
Barbecue, ranch, and honey mustard.
Yeah. I don't know in like what percentages. but-
Genius.
We had this
And
sauce.
then the power of Christ,
Of course, he
Right,
compels you.
obviously.
I used to work at this bar called the Pub of Penn Valley in Narberth, and they had these famous pub wings that were discovered similarly. It was this cook in the back just used to put like this, and this in the sauce, right? And then he started making them, and everyone started loving them, and now they're famous pub wings. And Charles Barkley, whenever he comes in, he gets 2 orders. So there you go.
Well, wait, why would you leave out the ingredients? I want to make them tonight.
So I know that this is what I know is in it. There's definitely hot sauce, and there's definitely blue cheese, and there's definitely something else, and I don't know.
Okay,
Something else
seems
is
kind of
probably
regular.
important.
Then from the naked eye, I can detect a few things, but yeah, no. And the sauce is incredible, and they serve curly fries there, which I think is the
Ah.
superior fry.
Yeah, so cute.
Indeed.
Justin, where are you at with fries? Curly, straight, or waffle?
Great. Yeah. The consistent, the normal. The waffle fry, when I was a child, I was enthused and intrigued by the waffle fry, but it's not for me. The waffle
And the
fry.
I
curly?
like-
The curly is wild. You can only get it at Arby's, and I eat at Arby's so few times, but I am still intrigued by the curly. I don't get enough curly
Well,
to
you're a
judge the
cunt.
curly.
There you go. Jess, that's it. Jana, what were you saying?
I'm sorry. I only like waffle fries from Chick-fil-A. I don't like them anywhere else.
Right. That's why I brought it up, because it's
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A
yeah.
and they do the waffles.
Totes.
Sure. Right. Let's take the waffles out of the equation. You have like the straight fries, boardwalk fries, and curly fries. I don't think there's a question it's curly. Am I right?
I don't know. I
accurate.
don't know what boardwalk fry is, but I'm going with j-dub and I'm saying straight.
Yeah. Just a
Wow.
straight reggae boy is banging.
Wow.
Done
Yeah.
right.
From where? From where?
From McDonald's,
Don't
fresh
matter.
and hot. It's fire.
Dude,
It's
everyone
crack.
does say that. One thing about Mickey D's is they do throw down some Frenchy fries.
Dog, when you get fresh ones, you feel lucky.
Unmatched.
When you put them in your mouth and they burn a little bit, you're like, yo, just keep my card, yo. Put it. I'm gonna pull off. I'm gonna come get it later.
My
I gotta eat
God.
these right now, yo.
You get a fresh, hot, like lunar one with the with a bone chilling Sprite. Dude, there's the Sprite they have in there will burn the back of your throat. That's when you know that's some good fucking Sprite. You know what I'm
Clears your
saying?
nasal passages.
Oh.
Like antifreeze
It
on ice.
undeviates my septum.
Aren't they supposed to taste similar?
I guess. I mean, what is Sprite? It's lemon lime, but it's like goodness.
Yeah,
you know
antifreeze
what I
tastes
mean?
like Gatorade if you're gonna poison your friends or lovers.
Oh, how about it? Looks like it too. Now that you mention it. So, okay, Justin, we interrupted you.
Sorry.
Your last question, what was it?
My last question was, how long could you live in a Walmart?
Oh, that old chestnut. Yeah.
My next question is, if you were to be exiled from this country, what country would you go to?
I know where
Mm,
Justin would go. Mozambique.
France. Oh, not me. That's what I guessed for Justin.
I'm
well,
thinking
France.
Amsterdam.
Oh,
What's that,
party
Denmark?
gal. Party gal.
Oh, Denmark. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I believe it's
Yeah.
Amsterdam. It's not in the Netherlands. I believe it's Denmark or Belgium. No, Belgium? No, Denmark. Either
It's
way.
in that northern.
Yeah, one
Nordic.
of those chestnuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Yeah.
with white people.
Get a
Fuck the hoe.
geography teacher on the next episode and ask them. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know which
yeah.
country it's in.
You just know it
Do
takes
you
it's
know
a
one?
plane
Because
ride.
we don't.
Yeah.
If you could have a famous pallbearer, who would you pick?
Oh wow. Can dead or alive, or they have to be alive?
Presumably, they would. If they're alive now, they will somehow outlive you,
Okay.
even if they're
Well,
like old
maybe
now.
okay. Alive, I would say Lizzo, but if they could have already
Oh my
passed,
God.
I would say Andre the Giant.
It would be so
He
uneven.
could do it himself. could do
Just
it
carry it
himself.
alone, like Arnold at
Yeah.
the end of
Yeah.
T2.
It's like
Yeah.
his lunchbox, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's
Oh my God. That's so
Just-
funny.
Have you ever seen the picture of him with the beer? That he was pretty much the best. Also, like, I mean, I guess from what I heard, did pretty well with the ladies, if you know.
He's a giant.
Dude, I mean, that's what they asked Flair. He's like, Flair, because Flair did pretty well too. And Flair was like, yeah, Andre just crushed. And they were like, well, why? They're like, he's probably like, they're just wondering what it looked like, I guess. I don't know. But yeah,
I
I
would.
mean, he probably just, ruined some people, like, forget it. Right. But okay, enough of that. Talking about sitting on fire hydrants. But either way, Justin, go right ahead.
For $3 million, you have to eat all of your meals standing for the next 5 years. Would you do it?
yeah.
For the
I
next
do that half the time anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. You stand at the counter or something and while they're just
Yeah.
making a
It's
mess.
like,
and
oh
you're just
wow. Or you're just finishing what they didn't eat, you know? You're just like, oh,
That's
before
my
I put this
favorite.
dish in the
Yeah.
dishwasher.
Yeah,
let me
you're like,
just-
oh, half a hot dog and some mac and cheese. Delicious.
I love that.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it's ice
Don't want to
cold.
waste.
Yep. Oh, look, a dinosaur nugget that you chewed up and spit. Oh, great. Yeah, no, that's how it goes, Justin. So can't wait for you to have a kid and you can start bitching about it. Not
Never.
happening.
No.
You'll never have a child.
Try not to, yo. Lord willing.
I
Going
mean,
to Chick-fil-A every day. Keep me safe.
Almost every day.
almost.
Almost.
okay.
Not Sunday. It's
Yeah.
Lord's Day.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me?
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, like anything? Yeah, actually, hold on a minute. I randomly started this new Twitter account that has one follower where I just put questions sometimes. So I'm just
You
gonna pull
started
one
the
from the-
account?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, we'll follow you. What's it under?
Q. I'll have to send it to you later. It's like the word Q that
Okay.
begins with a Q, and then the letter Q S. But
Q
okay,
the
so
QS.
Cute the
yes,
cues.
like Q the questions.
Oh,
And it's all
I'm a
questions.
Freaking
QUE,
twat
the
waffle.
question.
Okay, these are all more philosophical questions. So I feel like there's no right or wrong answer.
Okay.
But one example would be, since we're talking about nuggets, is particle board that you would find in the lumber section the lumber equivalent of McNugget meat.
Yeah, 1000%. It's a bunch of chopped up shitty pieces. It's almost the scrapple
No,
of
they've
wood.
changed to breast meat.
It's more of the scrapple of wood
There you go. Okay. The
rather than the
scrapple.
McNugget, because the scrapple's like noses and assholes and stuff.
Which do your listeners even know what scrapple is? Because like
If they
I'm born
don't-
and raised
Oh,
in
they
Philly.
do.
Okay.
they better.
If they don't, they're not listeners of ours. Let me tell you. I'm not
There
the
you
biggest.
go.
Do you do scrapple with syrup?
Me?
Yeah, anybody.
No.
I
It's
don't
already,
eat
like-
Scrapple.
Try
I
it.
only want it if it's like cooked to death.
What about all right? Scrapple has to be crispy. Consistency is big with the scrapple
Yeah.
for sure. But what are you on corned beef hash?
Favorite,
No. Really?
but
I'm
I
not a
won't eat
fan.
If it's
Scrapple.
well
not a fan.
done, like if it's
Yeah.
extra crispy, then that's
Corned
good.
beef hash. You're down with corned beef hash?
Oh yeah.
My
I ate
girlfriend
that
loves
all the
I asked
time
for it
growing
well
up.
done.
cream
I
love
mean, I
corned
ate
beef
it too. I'm not the biggest fan of it though. But scrapple, crispy scrapple with a little shrup on the side.
Have you ever had scrapple fries where they like cut them into little so you get more
Interesting.
surface area of crispiness?
Ooh, crispy, more better.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
someone who's using their fucking noodle. That's for damn sure. Wow.
Yeah.
Genius move. Genius move. That's someone who loves the game. Beautiful stuff. So sorry. Cue the cues. Go ahead. So QUETHEQS.
Yes.
Nailed it. Way to go.
So should I ask more? Is that
Yeah,
or
I want more. Keep going.
okay? Let's see. Do you think the existence of Wilford Brimley implies a possibility for Wontford Brimley? Hashtag beat us.
And so he would not be diabetic. Presumably,
Yeah.
what's the opposite of diabetic?
Be spelt. He'd
Was
probably
Wilford
be
Brimley
athletic.
the one that was killed by Charles Cattell? Is that him?
What? Not in real life. I don't think he was
Yeah.
murdered. He was in Cocoon, right? And he had
Cocoon?
diabetes.
Oh, that old chestnut.
Diabetes.
What's the opposite of diabetes? That's where your body can't process sugar. So, like, if your body can process sugar very well,
Hypoglycemia.
Hypoglycemia.
go.
Damn.
microglycemic.
What did they teach you science at Eastern? What the hell is going on here?
Her sister's
No.
a doctor.
Yeah, it gets distilled down.
Oh, that sucks. That fucking sucks. Your sister's a doctor. My brother's really good looking, and people think he's like cool. So my whole life has been like, oh, where's your brother at? He's so cool and so him. And he turns out he's a sack of dog shit. You know what I mean? And I'm way funnier and better looking, and I'm tall. So it's like
So tall.
5'11's
tallest.
tall. 5'11's
5'8"
tall, guys.
is-
The most
5'8" 's
adequate
pretty tall.
5'11 you've ever seen.
Yes.
5'11"
overly
is tall.
adequate.
Someone shouting 5'11" is tall is like when you see two people arguing inside a Walmart, and he's like, "I'm smart. I'm smart."
Look at me. I'm smart. I'm smart.
Matt, did you get my DM about that guy that was actually you
Oh,
today?
I absolutely did, Jana. It was hysterical. Yeah.
Please send it to Justin.
Yeah. Oh, I will. And I can't wait.
Thank you.
Justin's going to PP himself. It's so funny. So fun. It's so us, guys. It's so us.
It's
We're making
guys.
jokes, telling people I'm not
Guys.
5'11
We're
when
so
I
funny.
am. It's so funny.
5'7".
So, okay, hold on. Do you have one more question? Cue the cues, which FYI is not a thing. I've looked it up on Twitter and Insta.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Me and my made-up Twitter page.
Okay, here's another kind of more philosophical one. Should we remove the word hot from foods like hot dog and hot pockets when they spend the vast majority of their existence as cold things?
That's a point.
Wow.
Dogs and pockets.
Well, because they're always frozen, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, for like a vast majority of the time
Yeah.
they exist as a
The-
full.
I mean, before
Thing.
consumption, it's 99.9% of
Lives
their
its
life is
whole life.
frozen, and then 3 minutes in the microwave hot, and then boom. Wow.
Should-
Wow.
'cause then otherwise, should we call everything hot something?
Mm,
You
Hot
know what I'm
spaghetti.
saying?
Right.
mm.
Like, hey kids, time for your hot meatloaf.
Pocket.
Right.
Have any of you eaten a hot pocket anytime recently? Do you remember the day? I
Mm.
remember the day I was no longer poor enough to eat hot pockets anymore, and I was like, "This is done. Like, I'm never going back. I'll die before I have to eat hot pockets again. It'll
That
never
I'm
bad?
happen.
not poor.
Fuck hot pockets. They're trash.
I'm not poor right now, but I still eat ramen, and that's like
Oh,
30%.
That's different.
Yeah.
I do love
Is it
ramen.
different?
Hot Pockets are
'Cause Hot
terrible.
Pockets-
It's like 7-Eleven food, which is for drunk people and drug addicts. Is all
Oh
that
my
7-Eleven
God.
serves.
I remember one time I went to 7-Eleven. You know, they had those like taquito roll things.
Dude, I used to eat those cheeseburger hot
Stop
dogs. there.
it.
Whoa.
That was my guiltiest drunk pleasure was the taquitos. You get like
Same.
3 for $1 or something
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like buffalo chicken flavored ones.
At a Southwest, I believe. Yeah. But like
Yeah.
and they were on the hot dog roller like that, right?
never
They looked
had.
gross.
They were. And I
Oh.
remember one time I got super stoned and I went there and I got like 3 of them. And then I just felt like death afterwards. I was like, this can't happen again.
I would get hammered. I'd live by 7-Eleven and get that cheeseburger bite, which is basically ground beef in hot
Yep.
dog form.
Yep.
And I would wake up in the
Yep.
morning
Ooh.
and I would be like, I'd see the thing. I'd be like, God damn it. Stop eating that thing.
Yeah.
Drunk Justin
Yeah.
is an animal.
You ever go to Wawa and get the huge hot dog that they have?
No.
Yes.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yes.
It's like a
It's
it's like
Wawa
a
hot dogs
jumbo.
are
It's a
amazing.
very adequate 5'11".
I love a good Wawa dog.
Can I tell you about a drunken Wawa order that I made several years back? But
Oh God,
please.
I'm fucking gripped with anticipation for this.
so it's like 2:30, left a house party, trying to just get a real quick order in before hopping in the car with my DD. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what I could really go for is like a chicken sandwich with lettuce and mayo on it. That's it. Just like
Yeah.
your standard
Yeah.
So good from Wawa.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I didn't realize until I got back home and was starved and had nothing else that I had ordered their chicken parm sandwich with
Mm.
mayo and lettuce. So we're talking
Mm.
marinara, cheese, mayo, lettuce. I mean, I ate that shit like every last bite because I needed something to absorb
Sure.
the liquor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Oh my gosh.
It was tough. That was tough. It wasn't a goon. Didn't go down like a goon. I'll tell you that.
did
But
not
it-
go down. Like I said, resilience unmatched.
Yes. Oh God,
Amazing.
yes. You're like you're the queen of resilience for sure. Wow. Wow. I mean, impressive though. I mean, imagine you're the Wawa employee that sees
And you
that.
don't question
What
it.
is your thought?
Don't go,
double check.
hey, mayo and marinara.
They were probably
chick?"
like, she deserves it. She deserves it. Stumbling around here,
About to put
Yeah.
honey mustard
spilling
on here.
stuff
She'll
out of the
probably
Coke
think,
freestyle machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
We'll
definitely gonna
sober
throw
her
some-
up.
I wonder if she wants olives on this too. Yeah. But man, wow. Yeah. Crazy, crazy stuff. Wawa. I mean, dude, I'll tell you, when I used to bartend full time, I got so sick of Wawa because it was like I ate it all the time. And
I
after
feel like I couldn't.
it's trash.
you say
nowadays.
that until you've tried literally everything on the menu a bunch of times, and then you get excited like, "Ooh, they have quesadillas now!
That's how
Wow,
they get you.
let me try something new instead
But
of
I
getting
do
the
that.
same thing every time." Yeah, I used to have my staple order at Wawa, and I probably had it so many times from working like night shifts that I don't even want it. I don't even want it anymore. Don't even give
Okay,
it. to
but
me.
what was it? This is important.
Yes. What was your staple
Okay.
order?
We got a long roll. I'm talking 12 inches, baby. It's the 5'11" of long rolls. It's tall. You know what I'm saying? And then we do mayo, right? Then we do American cheese, because shout out, fan of the show, listener of the show, America, right? Then we do the honey smoked turkey, right?
Nice.
Then we do some applewood bacon. Then we do lettuce, not for taste, but for consistency. And then we do sweet peppers, right? We roll that son bitch up. And then we would get a side of either macaroni salad or mac and cheese. And then we would get a chip. Sometimes I would go baked lace. Sometimes I'd go Funyun. Sometimes I'd go Cheats. Sometimes I'd go Sun Chip. You know, it's all depending.
Oh, I love a sun chip.
Oh, you love a good Sun Chip. A Harvest Cheddar,
So
you
good.
love a good
Ah,
Sun Chip.
Amazing.
Yeah. And so I would take that. I would go to my domicile. I would then open up the sandwich. I would start by placing the chips, because you got to have chips on your sandwich,
Mhm.
right? I'm not crazy in saying this. I like everyone here puts
Not at
chips on
all.
their sandwich, right?
Doritos on a turkey sandwich.
Yes.
Oh, Doritos, another classic. Could be Doritos if I wanted to. Then I'd put a small layer of either mac and cheese or macaroni salad, whichever one I got. Then I would squish that bitch up and then I would eat it. And I'll tell you what, that sandwich won a lot of hearts. All right, especially my own. And that's honestly, it's probably like that helped my growth because I'm 5'11", and it's it helps you. It really does.
About Wawa, I was actually thinking about this the other day. I, for years, unbeknownst to me, had been stealing tea because it's just a cup of hot water. And if you look at the tea bags, there is no price on them. And I, for, I don't know, 8 years, just thought tea was free, yo.
But I bet since you found out it isn't free, you still don't pay
I
for
still
it.
don't pay for tea. But and I still
That's
stand
what I
there and put
thought.
honey in it and stir it up and walk right out with it. But the point is, I now know it's stealing.
Well, when I do my Wawa orders online, they don't have like a button for fountain soda. So I too just think it's free, and I just take my fountain soda with me.
It comes with your sandwich, doesn't it? Right?
Doesn't it?
Doesn't it? I don't know.
Doesn't it?
I mean, we're all well-respecting adults. I'm still quite a piece of shit. Has anyone stolen other people's mobile orders?
No, but I always thought about it.
Oh my God. So even before the apps were big, I used to work at an undisclosed location that had a very busy Starbucks. And I mean, it was fucking bonkers. And they would just line up drinks with your names and a little sticker on it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck this line. I would walk over and I'd pick a bag and I'd pick a drink and I would just and I'm not proud of myself for it, but yeah, I would do that.
Well, you should be.
Wow, that would be honestly, that'd be pretty great. You're just like, God, do I feel like an egg bite? Do I feel like a burrito? Ooh, is that a
There's not enough
donut?
time to read it. You got to hold your phone and look at it like you're supposed to be there, and you go, "Oh, this one," and then just walk away confidently.
So it was a gamble.
Oh yeah, you don't know what's in that bag because it's just that Starbucks bag. It's brown. It could be one of those egg frittata round things. It could be a muffin. It could be cake pops. And I'm like, who's the crackhead who got cake pops at 7:38? I love
you.
Get them
for their kids.
Wow. What? Wait. So did that ever happen, Justin? Did you ever get a shit order?
I mean, I got no. The times I got cake pops, I was hype. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of this.
No. But you
this
still
is a terrible thing to do.
What is? I mean.
I would still do it.
Has everyone here is stolen from Wawa? I'm correct in assuming, right? Yes, no.
I've never not.
Justin had a gimmick when he was
not my North Wales one though. I never steal from that one. You don't steal from the North Wales Wawa.
Well, they're one of the ones too that close at midnight.
It's a little
like
mini
savages.
Yeah.
But Justin used to have a gimmick when he was a kid where he wouldn't buy the sandwich, he would buy the ingredients to make the sandwich. Isn't that right, Justin?
Back in the day when I was a child, Wawa would slice their lunch meat. So for cheaper than a shorty, you could buy a roll for 35 cents. You could go, hey, can I have 3 slices of ham and 2 pieces of cheese? And they'd weigh it and it would weigh 12 cents. And then you put the sandwich together, you get a mayo packet, and you just make your own sandwich for like $1.38.
I just saw this.
Math is a little off on that, but yeah.
For Chipotle, someone said that you can mobile order a taco, like one taco with all the things you would get in a burrito, and then just you can press tortilla on the side for free, like the burrito size tortilla. And you just dump all the shit in the big tortilla, and it's the same size for like $3.50.
It probably is. Yeah.
Can I be honest? Never have eaten at Chipotle.
Ever?
I went years without eating Chipotle, and then I had it because, like, I'm not someone who's like, oh, everybody loves Chipotle. It's like so cool to go to Chipotle. I was like, fuck Chipotle.
Yeah, same.
And then I finally had it, and then I was like, oh my God, what was I doing?
Is
like,
Chipotle
it's so amazing? Like, do I want corn in my burrito? Of course I want corn in my burrito.
Of course.
Corn is delicious. It's corn.
Yeah.
Corn's the best vegetable. Hands
down. Oh my God. What? Yeah. Well, I mean,
dude, every time Moe's is like the same. It's like the shittier cousin of
Welcome to
Chipotle.
Moe's.
Yeah, I've never had it, but my parents eat it.
I would get the nachos to go. So it's just a bowl of shit and queso and then chips on the side. And every time I used to work in an office, every time we got it for lunch, I fell asleep at my desk. Every fucking time we got Moe's and I ate a big bowl of queso at my desk, I would pass out and I'd wake up and be like, fuck, dude, I'm going to get fired.
I wonder if you farted in your sleep.
Probably.
Dude, farted. You probably destroyed the whole world.
Actually, I wouldn't make a bowel movement for like 3 days.
Oh, that blocked you up, huh?
All that queso and opiates back then.
Block.
There we
Woo!
go. That's the reason I came on this show tonight. Just that little
Queso and opiates, huh? Hey,
Listen, we
Dude,
keep it
get you-
real.
Get you
Blocked
right to
up.
the office life.
man, love a little queso and opiates, huh? Jeez, yeah. So okay, let's keep it on moving on. Keep it on moving down the road. So Bethany, let's talk. Right, let's talk. We'll talk. We're gonna talk. So okay, it's what 2006. You've graduated high school, right? Then you go to Eastern. You're partying up there. You win Miss Eastern, right?
Mhm.
You kind of like you know. Honestly, I could see that because like in high school, everyone's kind of like scared to do whatever, and everyone's just like trying to fit in, do whatever. You know what I mean? It's like a thing. But then when you get to college, you realize I can just be myself, and there's more people there that can recognize how great you are and just share in your greatness. So you start being yourself. You win Miss Eastern. The world is literally your fucking oyster at this point. Literally, the world is your oyster, right? So you win Miss Eastern. What happens after that? Where are you working? What are you doing? How you living?
So literally my next job after that is where I met Jana. Yeah.
That's me,
So
you
my
guys.
you know. So it was I guess like 2009, 2010. I started working at a before and after care program, and Jana was like literally the only person that I could tolerate at this
But it was
place.
like love at first sight for us.
Oh,
A
yeah.
before and after care, like for like a before school, after school daycare kind of thing?
Yeah, and
Okay.
they had a half day kindergarten at the time too. So they did like
Oh,
if you had AM kindergarten, you could also put your kids in like the PM time
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
like
So,
enrichment or whatever.
okay. So then, and how was it? How's
So
I mean, Jana,
the
was this sorry to interrupt, Bethany. Jana, was
you're
this
good.
pre nanny for you?
Well, it was right after I graduated from school.
Okay.
So it was like get a job wherever
Okay.
and then get back into nannying. So nannying before school and then
I got
got
you.
back into it, but took
It's
a
kind of in
little
the same field kind of thing. You kind of are
yeah.
like, okay. And then were you in like for you, Bethany, were you in like into teaching or something like that? Like was this related to what you were studying, or were you just like a job, let's freaking go? Like, come on, I can't be wasting time here.
Yeah, this actually I majored in psychology and education, which
Mm.
is very evident in my banking job that I have at this point. But at the time, yeah, it felt like something that I wanted to do, but I would say that specific program just sucked the joy out of anyone that didn't have joy in droves, like
Mhm.
Jana and myself.
Mm.
Like we were able to rise above, but my God, was there some collateral damage?
Oh,
There were
yeah,
some
yeah.
miserable people there working with those lovely children.
Really? It was like okay, so you're working with kids, and kids can be, especially if they're not your kid, it can be kind of, oof. But so and you guys are like on the younger side, but were there some people there that are just like hated their job and hated their existence, or what was going on?
Yes.
Yeah, if you could envision like Miss Trunchbull with anorexia, that's how I picture this
Is Miss
one.
Trunchbull from Matilda?
Yeah, the like
Okay.
headmistress or whatever.
Yeah. And
Like,
with anorexia. Oh boy.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, Jana, is that like a fairly
I just feel like
appropriate?
she was like, first of all, her husband was definitely cheating on her because she was just
Shout out.
miserable at all times. And
Uh-huh.
like when she walked, you could hear her vagina crunching because it was so dry.
It's like
Right,
Talk about
Bethany?
crunchy
Or was that
versus
just
puff.
me?
two heavy stones rubbing together.
Did you hear what she just said? Talk about crunchy versus puff.
can't
Oh, Bethany, you're the greatest. Oh my God, Miss Eastern. How about it? How
Miss
freaking about
Eastern
it?
at her
How
finest.
about it?
So
Uh,
okay, so you're working with anorexic Trumbull, and what? So like, but were you enjoying yourself? Like, how did you like working in the daycare? Because I'm not gonna lie, I took my daughter to a daycare, and I think the new gimmick now with daycares is that the big selling point for the one that we go to is that they have an in-classroom camera where you can watch your
Oh, yeah.
kid with the teacher, right? And before, a lot of them didn't have that before, because I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, yeah, because I got to yell at these fucking stupid kids, and they don't want the parents to see them yelling at these fucking stupid kids, but stupid fucking kids need to be yelled at. Like that's
This
the
is
deal.
like 14 years ago. I don't think they had that.
Yeah, they definitely
Yeah.
didn't. But had they had something like that, like, I mean, would Miss Trumbull be fired and in the insane
Oh,
asylum?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't a
See-
daycare though. It was an elementary school. So
Okay.
before and after, like I stayed most of the day.
Uh-huh.
So I would open up from 7 and I'd stay till 8:30 in the morning just to open up. And then I'd come back at noon and do lunch with the kindergartners. And then after school, we had all the grades.
Oh, wow. That's
So I think,
tough.
Bethany, didn't you come at lunchtime?
Sometimes it would be lunchtime. Sometimes it wouldn't be until like dismissal, like 3-ish or whatever.
Because I know
But,
we had a
yeah.
lot of the older kids together too after school, and they were hilarious.
Yeah.
We talk about them all
Honestly,
the time.
like, yeah, still to this day, one of my favorite things that Jana and I talk about is this one kid that she was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he's like, genie. Just like, that's a normal thing that a kid could want to be. A genie.
Oh,
They're genie.
man.
And I'm like, and
he
then I was like,
has the right
no.
idea.
I said, Isaiah, no, for real. What do you want to be when you grow up? And he was like, a dog.
I hope he's gone places since then.
Oh, man.
I hope he's
hope
on
he does, too.
SNL one day. He was
Yeah.
hysterical.
I remember we used to work with a girl who, God, I think her name was Erin. She had like a last name was like Linderschlatter or something like that, Hinderlager or something. Me and Jana worked with her at this place called Vinny T's, and she was a
The
teacher.
tall blonde.
Yeah. Not, I mean,
loved her.
not as tall as me, but she was
Right.
kind of
Yeah,
tall.
she was like definitely. If she wasn't as tall as you, she must have been 5'4".
She was a decently heighted person, but not as tall as me because I'm 5'11". Either way,
Wrong
but
again.
she, either way, she Hinderleiter maybe. Either way, but she taught at a school like an elementary school in like the Overbrook, West Philly area. And she said there was a kid in her class named Keontae, right? But it was spelled like Chianti, like the wine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she had some crazy stories about that kid. That's kind of like yours. Like he was, let's just say, Keontae kind of fit his demeanor. If you know what I mean. Could you tell, like, okay, here's another question. Like, I remember my little brother, he had a girlfriend for a while, and his girlfriend, former guest of the show, friend of the show, Rachel Sausage Arcelis, right? She was his girlfriend until they were like 19, and then he came out of the closet as gay, right? But obviously he was gay the whole time. And I remember people coming up to me afterwards after they found out and be like, dude, how did you ever think like Alex would be gay? And I was like, yeah. When we were playing baseball and football and he wants to play Xena Warrior Princess, I kind of fucking picked up on it. You know what I mean? It's not a mystery.
Context clues.
Right. So when you're hanging out in the little kid classroom, right? Did you ever see a little kid and think like that kid's going to be gay, that kid's going to be a serial killer, and watch out for that crazy fucker right there? Because that we don't know.
Absolutely.
That's a wild card.
Bethany, what about the twin girls? Do you remember who I'm talking about? Matt, you bleep out their names. Do you remember and
I don't
Bleep.
think I do.
Were they like
They
the
were
twins
in
from The
kindergarten.
Shining?
is
Kindergarten.
the biggest, like she was always the biggest lesbian from kindergarten.
Ooh.
Just knew it.
You don't remember and
Dude, she's
See,
totally
I
like
more
just
so remember the
mushroom.
ones.
Don't say their
that,
names
like-
anymore because I don't want to keep bleeping stuff.
All right, sorry, my bad.
It's okay.
I more so remember the ones that we were like, that's gonna be a whore. That's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
She likes
Of course.
attention.
Yeah.
Her
dad
father is
doesn't.
absent.
Yeah.
She is in 4th grade and those pants are painted on. My
Oh
Girl.
my god! Yikes!
Girl.
Our program was called Base, and it was the same thing. It was before and after school for parents who didn't love their children or couldn't afford home care. And
Right.
so it was the land of misfit toys after school with all like the older kids. And this one kid he took these sweatpants and whitey tighties down to the bottom, started like pulling on it, going nuts, yo.
What?
The bass teacher had to like tackle him, like, I don't know, and like pulled him aside. The cops came. It became like a big thing. It was crazy, yo. I was like,
How old was this kid?
I was in like 3rd grade, and I want to say he was in like 6th grade.
Wow.
Wow, Matt, I
Dude.
can't believe you did that.
He was like 5'11".
You son of a bitch. Do I know this kid, Justin?
Nah,
Oh,
because he disappeared after that. That was like the end of it. He had
Yeah,
to go,
he
like,
did.
go to a different
They
school
took
and
him
stuff.
away.
He took his
Wow.
drawers off and everything. And I was like, Jesus
Oh my
Christ, can we just go
God.
home and be latchkid kids?
Yeah.
This one kid in my high school, like senior year, and he was like this big dude, like huge. And he asked to go to the bathroom, and the teacher was like, no. And he was like, okay. And he just shit in the middle of the floor.
Pants on or
Wow.
pants off?
Off. He took him
Yeah.
off and took a shit. And then he got in trouble. And he was like, well, you should let me go to the bathroom.
I gotta poop. I gotta poop.
Listen, I asked. You said no.
Were you
Well,
in the class when he did it?
I was not in the class, thank goodness.
But people were talking like Gary just fucking dropped his pants and went kablow right there.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
And he got suspended. And then when he came back, he was like, and I'll do it again. Like, let me go to the bathroom. I said, let
I
me
shit when
go.
I please. That shit ain't gonna change. I've told this story before, but I watched a little kid one time when I went to the grocery store pull a turd out of the bottom of his sweatpants and pick it up over top of his head, like in
Oh.
glory of it, yeah. And it's one of my like when I die, I'm gonna see that moment again. It's one of my favorite things ever because I saw the mom. He was just taking a wide stance, and he went, "Uh-oh," and he started pulling out. And she was like, "Jacob, no, Jacob," and he was like, "Look what I got! Look what I did!" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, Jacob! You just made my whole day." I love you, Jacob. Take that turd
Oh
home
my
with you.
gosh.
Put it in this
Yeah.
bag.
Shout out
Oh my
Jacob,
God.
fan of the show, listen to the show. So let's keep it moving. It's now time for one of our new favorite segments. It's Jana's cute questions. Jana's cute questions corner with Jana cute questions. Jana cute questions corner. This is where Jana's gonna ask you some questions. You're gonna give some answers. So Jana, take it away.
Hey, Bethany.
I feel like I'm talking to Delilah.
Delilah.
Hey, Bethany, what's your sign?
Taurus.
Are you a true Taurus?
I think so. I
you
a Ford
admittedly am not as like I'm not going to be able to tell you like what house, what's rising, any of this.
Oh, I
stuff
don't know
is.
what house. Do you have a lot of Taurus trait? Are you
I think
stubborn?
so.
Yeah, do
when
you
I-
break
yes,
down on
I
the
am
side of the road a
bullheaded.
lot and get flat tires and
Eh,
have terrible suspension? No.
I'm not even trying to be rude. What are the houses of?
Yeah,
what are the
what's
what
this
are
house?
houses? Is that
Is
like
it like
Monopoly? If you get 4 of them, you get a
Baratheon,
hotel.
Stark.
That was a joke, you guys.
Lannister.
Bethany
Oh.
tells them
Oh,
from time to
I
time.
don't know shit about astrology. I literally
Yeah.
thought there was like houses of astrology. I was like, am I a true
Well,
Gemini?
Hmm.
all I know is that people will say like your Saturn is in like the 5th house. Of
Yeah, I don't know
whatever.
any of those.
I don't know what that is.
What?
I just want to know if you're a stubborn Taurus. I guess you are, since you won't
Ooh.
answer my fucking question. Moving on.
Wow, yeah.
These
Bethany,
questions
who
are
was your
cute.
Yeah, they're
Bethany,
fucking cute.
who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Oh, okay. Do you
JTT.
want the most outlandish one or do you want like the
Yes.
first ever?
Both.
Yeah,
Please,
both. Definitely start with the first one ever.
Who was those 2 brothers that murdered their parents? Like the Jimenez brothers, maybe?
Menendez?
Menendez.
Was that
What-
your crush?
No,
That's
I'm
Matt's
just saying.
childhood
I'm just
Where did it
asking.
come from?
2 murdering Spanish children. What the
I
fuck is
thought no, I just thought that was Bethany's,
the
but I
most
guess I'm
random.
wrong.
Bethany's dream
So-
three-way.
Yeah. The Menendez boys.
Dahmer and
If
Gracie?
I had a dime for every guy. I would say if we're talking first ever, Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
JTT.
JTT,
Aw,
just the
JTT.
tip,
Solid
whatever you
choice.
want to call him.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Lion King
But if
himself.
we're talking like the most like outlandish, I remember having some very deep, like carnal feelings
Mhm,
for
go on.
Hades and Hercules and like
James
had a
Woods?
thing for James Woods after that.
Same, yeah.
Where like it's Like, I don't know where it came from, but I was like, damn.
That is hysterical.
Was it because
Yeah.
his hair was made of fire, or
I think it was his energy, like how he would get so angry. Like,
what?
I definitely.
Daddy issues.
Are you in an
Well-
abusive relationship?
Yeah. What? I mean, have you ever seen Diggstown? I'm just saying.
No.
If you like James Woods, that's great. James Woods, Diggstown, great movie. But wow, Jimmy Woods, huh? Man,
It's in the name.
yeah,
And demands respect.
yeah. Dude,
Great
Jim-
movie, by the way.
Yeah,
We
James
watched that not
Woods
too long
is a
ago.
great actor. Yeah,
Danny DeVito's in there.
the DeVites. Oh, that's
So-
a
Are you
great
talking
movie.
about Hercules?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
It is. It is pretty solid.
it's
Holds
a
up.
good one.
A lot
It's
of
a-
musical parts, but still
Yeah.
pretty good.
I love how they
Also,
had
I
like
think-
whoever the Diana Ross and them at the as the
Oh, yeah.
muses. But go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you, Bethany. It was a stupid comment, and I was stupid, and I'm sorry. Go.
No,
short.
I love the muses as well, the ladies, but I think that Megara was also the first awakening of like attraction to the same sex as well. So I think it
Megara.
was just
Oh,
a very
Meg.
Say
timely,
more.
yeah,
Oh, Meg.
those
Oh,
hips.
Hercules is lady.
yeah,
Yeah. And she had the voice of like fuck off. You know what I mean? Like she was
yeah.
kind of like a Jewish girl from New York or something. That was just kind of
Yeah.
sick of your bullshit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, dig that for sure. I think everyone's
Mm.
down with that. I mean, as far as like good looking female lead characters in Disney movies, she's definitely a sleeper way up there one. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Jasmine always is way up there. Everyone loved
Mm.
Jasmine. Shout out to Nala as a lion. But we knew that couldn't happen. But
Shout out making sex with a big cat.
yeah, but either way, but
Been
no,
there.
okay, yeah, say good for you, Bethany. It's hey, love is love is love is love, right? I mean, who's to say what is love got to do with it? You know what I mean? Come on, I'm 5'11".
So I know your
5'5".
husband, and I know that he is not a very angry man. He is a very beautiful, wonderful man. So, what is your favorite quality in a partner? Because I'm confused now. Do you like angry or do you like beautiful, loving man?
Maybe she
Okay,
likes
so
angry
truth.
sometime, and then like plotting
I
on
think
your
it's-
brother that has lightning bolt. Sorry, go ahead, Bethany. I'm sorry.
You're good. So I would say it's kind of a tie. One is definitely like same sense of humor is very important.
Uh-huh.
But
So cute.
one thing that I think most people don't say that I value like the most out of my relationship is a level of autonomy that I need to be myself. Like
Very good.
I don't have to throttle the intensity of who I am, just like on this podcast. I couldn't go on, say, an assistant manager at a Chick-fil-A, their podcast on a Tuesday night and just be like talking about how I envisioned a 2D evil
Sassy.
god creature just wrecking me. So yeah, like freedom
So basically, we're
to
your soulmate.
yeah. Well, clearly I think we figured that out in like the first
Would he
Oh,
just
yeah.
5 minutes.
open the robe to expose himself, or would he take it off? Because he
I'd
has
like
that
to
like
think that it
It was a
hangs low
toga.
enough
It's
that
a
you'd
toga.
see it regardless.
Yeah. He's got the he's like the tripod.
because
that
he's
guy.
gangly sans robe, but with robe on, he is almost
I think he's got some muscle under there. I don't know.
Yeah, the toga is
Got
not
some
form
broad
fitting.
shoulders.
Yeah, the toga
Yeah.
never helped anybody with the form fitting. Wow. I mean, yeah. +2, watch out for the hair because that'll get you. Well,
every
you have to
time.
think too, right? Think about it this way, right? Does the curtain match the drapes? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
wow.
Right? Like the carpet match the drapes as far as, because if
It's
so, you
Am I
got
gonna be burned? Literally.
Yo, it's gonna be a hot night. Yeah. You mess with Hades and you're gonna get burned. That's just what I'm saying. Also,
It's like I'm gonna give you the 3rd degree, but no, seriously. He might wanna aloe or something.
yeah. Also, you use the word autonomy, and I'd like to know what that means.
Aw.
I was gonna make that joke, but it
I
wasn't
mean,
a joke.
Yeah, it's not a joke.
I was
I'm
like,
at,
do you have to charge like a Tesla car? I don't even know what that means.
yeah, I don't also Justin wanted to know this. I know the time.
Okay,
Right,
so I would say that is
Is it like the freedom to
Really-
be you?
yeah, but also like the freedom to do things that don't involve him, like whether it like I mean I can go on vacations with friends,
Oh, okay.
whoever, like I don't know, just like I can go out
Mm.
for a night or over many nights, and so can he, on our own without
Mhm.
someone like being in our business being like, what are you doing, what are you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like,
So you guys have complete faith in your loyalty to one another.
yeah, and however we would define that.
Good for you. That's great.
It's a
That's
very
awesome
healthy
that you have that
relationship.
freedom.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sounds like
what
you're
do
just
you?
describing normal, healthy
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah. That's
You'd
But
be
it does,
surprised
'cause
how
all the-
many don't
no,
have that.
I know. 'cause
No, so
exactly. Like, I
I-
know.
yeah.
Yeah. I know friends who like can't like will be like, it's boys' night. And I'm like, why do you have to specify that? It's like, because I have to tell my wife that. I'm like,
Oh yeah, we
That's
don't do
weird.
that either.
Yeah. What do you think I'm going? Like, I don't know. I don't think. I mean, it's not like you could go out anywhere and just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick that person. We're gonna bang." You know, like, come on. That's just not for guys. It's just not how it
Speak for
happens.
yourself.
Right? No, no. For you and Jana, obviously, you could go anywhere, and that's the case. But me and Justin, I mean, I can because women like tall guys. But you know, Justin, I'm not so sure. But either way, okay. Let's keep moving. Janet, your next question, please.
All right, Bethany. What's your toxic trait? Like my toxic trait is being a nanny, but really I hate kids.
Do I have a toxic trait, Jana?
Matt, let's not even start.
Okay, thanks. Go
answering
ahead,
before the guest.
I would say my toxic trait is that and this is something that I am learning about myself. I don't know if you guys have done the Enneagram test, by the way. There's like a kind of personality
yeah.
test.
Is that the one
Yeah,
where you
I
find
love that
out
one.
if you're LGBTQ?
No.
Oh, that's
No.
the Kinsey scale.
LGBTQIA, Justin,
Sorry,
please.
that's the Kinsey scale.
Plus, yeah. So it's like there's 9 personality types, and I'm a type 3. And part of that is being a chameleon, like you just kind of adapt to whatever groups you're in.
Okay.
But one of the alarming things about that is when you get like, say, if I had Jana come hang out with like friends from high school, come hang out with like work friends, I'm like exactly who everyone thinks I am in those little pockets, but like I literally have no idea who I am.
My mind is blown. But you know what, Bethany, you're all of them because I do that too. Like
Yeah.
I can talk to you. Like that's why like you send different memes to different people, right? So like
Right.
I like because like I feel like certain people get certain parts of
Yeah.
you/me. Like I'm complex. So like you get that niche sense of humor that we have that like I couldn't even send that to like, Matt
Right.
because he's dumb. But like, and then I'll send like really terrible stuff that like is funny when people are killing people to my other friend who gets that. Like we're complex and not everyone matches up. So like that you do know yourself. You're all of those things.
Yeah.
Just at different times.
Honestly, you're just that. I feel like when you say you're a chameleon, it just means you're likable. Like people they like you. You know what I mean? So it seems like you can fit in with all these different types of people and all these different types of groups. But the real fact is that maybe you can, but you're also like amenable. Like you're not argumentative. You're not like disputing someone's, beliefs or their structure of their personality. You're just kind of being yourself and like adorable and fun and kind of hilarious. You know what I mean? So I would say like in a chameleon way, but you're just yourself and everyone just seems to like you. So
Well, I'll take it.
yeah.
Everyone except for Bridget.
Oh, fuck Bridget. God damn it. But also Jana, and I mean, I'm trying to think. So do you know what year you met Jana? Like what year around? Like 2000?
I think it was 2009, because also a little piece of that story is that she's how I met my husband. And I was not on the prowl at all.
But
Yeah.
Was it 9 or 8? Whatever. It's either 8 or 9.
the reason I ask is because I was working at this place called Christopher's, and Jana
Oh.
tried to hook
In
me up.
Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah. I was bartending there. I bartended there for a few years. But Jana tried to hook me up with one of her friends too. I think it was you, but I might
Was
be wrong.
it? No, I don't
Didn't
think
you?
it was.
Didn't you
Mm-mm.
bring someone in? It wasn't
I
Bethany?
could have. I don't remember, but I believe you, but it wasn't Bethany.
Oh, when 6 for 6, you would have been perfect for each other.
Yeah, how about it? If you really knew what
Yeah, right?
matchmaking was, right?
Who
Jeez.
knew?
Okay.
How I
So
can't remember that, Matt, but I need to try to remember who it was.
okay. Well, either way, let's get him on the show. All right. So either way, let's keep it moving. Next question, Jenna Banana.
I don't know. That's it. I give up.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Jana, Bethany?
Yeah. What's your favorite color? I mean, I know that's so lame, but I literally have
My
all the
favorite
things I
color is
know about
orange.
you.
Thank you.
Orange.
Wow.
You never
I
hear
would
orange.
never have guessed that.
Really?
Everyone's
Okay,
yeah.
here's my follow-up. What would you think my favorite color would be?
I was gonna say like
Like
magenta.
fuchsia.
Aw.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's
Wow.
so cute. You guys are. I think I should hook you both up.
Yeah, well, you can try.
Literally.
Either way. So, okay, yeah, Jana, you're definitely, I mean, magenta, fuchsia, one of those for sure.
That's
But
cute, you
orange,
guys. I like
wow.
it.
Bethany, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Shout out,
Yeah.
fan of the show.
That's a
listen
strong
to the show.
second for me.
Yeah,
It is, it's good.
my daughter, her favorite color is pink, and when someone
Well.
asks her what daddy's favorite color is, she always says black.
Is that true?
I mean, I don't
He's
mind black.
wearing it.
That's the
There
thing.
you
I
go.
wear a lot of black, a lot of black. Like my shirts are always black. But
I asked my husband what his favorite color was, and he said black. And I was like, okay.
your
Weirdo.
husband, woo,
What?
woo. Still
It's
getting
fine.
used
I
to
got a new
saying
last
that.
name.
Did you already change it and all that?
No, I'm lazy.
Yeah, that's such a process.
I ordered a
Okay.
kit. I ordered a kit to do it for me.
Really?
Girl, it took 3 years. Not kidding.
I ordered a kit for $100, so we'll see what happens.
They should make it more simple. Like, I don't know. It does. It takes forever.
I
You know,
changed
You
it on
have to
Facebook, and that's
legit.
what counts.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's the government.
For the social security card, though, they make you like show up there. And let me tell you, the last place that you want to be, especially it's like between like 9 a.m. and like 3:30 p.m. on a weekday.
Yeah.
But like there's nowhere that has less hope in it than a social security office.
I went
Oh,
to
yeah.
one in New York when I lost my card and I had to get one. And it was like the easiest thing ever. So I'm
Wow.
sure it's going to be a real shit show compared to the last time I went, because
I-
Philadelphia is
Yeah.
the worst.
Oh, it's the worst. My dad owned so my dad was a veteran and he was a disabled veteran. So the United States has a thing where if you're ex-military and disabled, they'll hook you up with a job at a government-run building, right?
Mhm.
So he was able to have like a deli kind of snack shack kind of, convenience store thing, whatever that they have inside the Social Security building at 3rd and Spring Garden. Right. And I used to work for him in that building. And bro, if you want to talk about the lost hope of people, they were just like, man, like, I don't know. There was this one guy that would come in that would get excited about the sausages that we had. And there was other people that would come in that were like, just hated each other. And one time I was in an elevator and there was these two ladies and they were talking about going to see The Color Purple. And I just said, I love Oprah. And they just were like, and then didn't say anything for the rest of the elevator ride. And then got off, and I was like, what? Why'd I even say anything? But yeah, so that's the Social Security building. Love it.
In a nutshell.
And I legit one time I got my paycheck there and went right from there to next door, which is Delilah's, and spent the entire paycheck. Booyah! That's America. Yep.
God,
So
what would we do if the Delilah theme song that you just sang, if she was actually the owner of Delilah's, like she's actually the main investor?
Welcome up to the stage.
My
is
mind would be
Cinnamon.
blown.
Her mom is having brain surgery this month, and we're all gonna pray for her together. We think
Yeah.
that a little Leah Rhymes is gonna lighten the mood.
yeah.
Here
Yeah.
she is.
Just another one of the girls in med school that work here. Everybody here is in med school. Let's hear it for Ferrari. Yeah. So there we go. Yep. Very nice. Okay. So let's keep it moving on down the road. So you worked at hither and yon, here and there. You met Jana, and this is where your life really just changed forever. And you're hanging out with Jana, doing great things, loving it, loving Christopher's and Wayne, shout out. And so after you left the base gimmick or before and after school program thing, where'd you go after that? Did you pursue a career in teaching, or did you go another route? Did you just need money? Were you hanging out with your now husband? What was going on?
So for the next several years, I really did use my psychology degree. I started out working for a place in Chester County, being like a TSS or a therapeutic staff support for kids like on the spectrum or with ADHD. I moved on from that I nannied for a little bit, but otherwise I was like a case manager. And I did that kind of stuff until I had my son in 2014.
Oh, shout out. Very cool. Nice. Do you only have one, or how many do you have?
Yes, I have one, Connor. He is 8 years old. He also is on the autism spectrum. And yeah, I feel like that's where I pivoted out of the field, because when I wanted to go back to work, I was honestly just like, I can't give the attention I need to my child and like 18 other people's children.
Yeah.
So
and 18 other people are total D-bags. Nice. So
Always.
how is life like that with your son?
I mean, I think it's pretty good now. Today was his first day of third grade. I mean, the hardest part was honestly like the preschool age stuff, trying to get him verbal and like assimilated into regular like community activities was definitely tough. But that's one thing that my husband and I will say a lot, is that the village we've been surrounded by, from early intervention through to his school district, are like unbelievable and have really helped him grow a ton. Like, I haven't had to advocate for him the way that I would have expected, because he's been so lucky to have so many people that really know what they're doing and really like pull the best of him out to where the rest of us can see it.
Bless them.
Yeah, that's incredible. So you're like, when you say advocate for him, you mean like have to find different people willing to help, or like how what do you mean by that? Like when you say you had to advocate for him?
Yeah, so I mean, the whole journey started when he was about a year old.
Okay.
And going to his pediatrician for a checkup, and her just being like, we really would expect to see him saying a few more syllables at this point. And just every step of the way, like her referring us to early intervention services, us working with this amazing special instructor for several months, and them recommending, oh, why don't we get you in at CHOP for an assessment, him being diagnosed, and then immediately it opens a world of services that are free to him, taking that all the way into the school system. And he just has not just teachers, but like superintendent, principal, etc., that have always been like, if we're like, he needs a one-on-one, they're like, okay. Whereas like so many people, I swear, like one of my sister's friends, my sister lives in the DC area.
Yeah.
I've been talking with one of her friends whose son was recently diagnosed and just got an IEP, and the struggle that she is having to go through. Like, we just have never had to say, my child deserves this, and someone was like, think so. Like, I'm just so thankful for that aspect of it.
That's
totally.
I mean, that's like, no, that is a blessing. That is incredible. And it's awesome that you have like that structure and that village around. And I think, I don't know, maybe nowadays, maybe like, I feel like back in the day, maybe they didn't say so many people had autism and stuff, and they were just like, you're just thrown in with the rest. Deal with it, bub, kind of thing.
I have a brother who didn't talk till he was 4. And they were just like, yeah, he'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. But what what are his challenges that he has to deal with, your son?
Yeah, so I would say the main thing is honestly like sound things, like if as far as sensory sensitivity, anything that is a loud noise. One of the main reasons that he's an only child is he hates babies. Like he just
Oh, it's
Jana's like,
hysterical.
same.
Same piece. Shout out Connor.
Shout out the
But
con man.
but like it's just I think because it's babies up until they're at an age where they can start to actually like use words to communicate needs versus like he just has trouble reading like is it a laugh, is it a cry, is it an excited
Mm.
scream. So literally any sound is like a problem.
Yeah.
So he'll like, I mean, where when he was like 3, 4, 5 years old, he would literally like run into oncoming traffic to get away from a baby. Now it's more like he'll like back away or like just be like, I don't know, he like tenses up. But I would say like that kind of a thing, or just like sometimes the volunteer fire siren in our neighborhood goes off
Okay.
and it's that like air horn sound, like those kind of things.
Some
What
of
about
those
like-
are
train
loud
whistle?
as shit, though.
Doesn't he
Loves a
love
train
trains?
whistle. He's
Okay, 'cause I was
obsessed with a
like, doesn't he
loud
love
ass
trains?
train. Listen, he like if it's a monotonous, continued loud sound, like if he
Oh,
was in a
okay. That
stadium of
makes sense.
100,000 people, he'd be fine. When we're on an airplane and it's like that loud rumble the whole time, fine, he'll fall asleep.
Mhm.
But when it's like
A baby crying,
right,
he's
he'll
like,
just be like, "Is somebody scared?" I'll be like, "Are you scared?" He's like, "No." Like, why are you asking? I think maybe is somebody you?
Hey, should we be frightened by
Oh
this
my-
loud noise?
but he has
Is
like,
anyone else?
Yeah.
I feel like
Who,
that
me?
sounds
No,
like
I'm
danger.
not. Why are you?
well, no, I'm not scared. Are you scared? Who's scared? Come on.
That's basically what.
I'm not
Love
scared. You're
it.
scared.
This kid sounds incredible. So then, I mean, so really so like those are kind of his biggest things. Like, but other than that, he's just hanging out, being a fun-loving little goofball.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Mhm.
a really sweet, thoughtful kid. He's very
sweet.
chatty. Yeah, I think like otherwise, the only challenges are really like knowing how to start like social thing. Like if he's hanging out with one of his like typically functioning classmates, they'll play together just fine. But like an
Yeah.
example of if we meet at a playground with one of his buddies who's also atypical,
Yeah.
they'll just run towards each other and be like, "Hey," and then they'll just like cross paths. They're gone. They barely interact the rest of the time. Like they just neither one of them is like, "Oh yeah, this is how I like dialogue. This is how I." So he
Oh.
needs somebody else to drive the bus, which honestly he's got 2 parents that are probably overbearing with that at this point. So like literally he came home today and I was like, "Hey, how was your first day?" And his response was like, "Can you not say that so loud?" Just like,
I fucking love this kid already.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
This kid is
why have
great.
more than one when you get it right the first time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how
Like,
about it, right? How about it? You know, what's the problem? Yeah, why mess with a masterpiece? You know what I'm saying?
That's why Justin has so many siblings.
Yeah, they were like, God damn it. One of these kids has to pull us out of poverty.
And how did
none
that
of us
go?
none of us
Yeah.
have children
Yeah.
yet.
No. Is anyone planning on it?
There's 7 of us. One is on
Big
his way to
trouble.
being a doctor, but the last one, it really
Yeah.
took a long.
But it's
Yeah.
a foot doctor.
But he's a podiatrist.
starting
Better
an
than
OnlyFans. This seems
Oh, I'm telling Jana, she's got $1 million feet. Start selling those
I
puppies.
told you to help me. I'll
Listen.
do it 100%.
Really?
Yes.
We'll split it.
Yes.
All right. Send me some
You
pictures.
heard it here first.
Send me some pictures.
Didn't
I
I
will start a foot account.
I'm
Didn't I
just
send
ready
you
for
my
and this-
Instagram.
I'm
What?
ready for the intro next time to be like, and
Yeah.
this podcast is sponsored by Jana Hehlo's OnlyFans.
Excuse me, my name is Jana Rose. Thank you.
Jana Rose's toes. Woohoo!
Ooh,
Rosie's Toesy.
if that doesn't have a ring to it.
How about it? You know.
Hey,
Heyo. So nice. Oh, beautiful. So, all right, cool. Then, all right. So you have your child. He's and like, I don't want to, I don't know how to be sensitive when talking about this stuff, but it doesn't sound like he has severe autism, right? It's just like he just has some tendencies. Is that kind of what it is?
I mean, so he's definitely like behind his peers academically a little bit, but as far as like, I'll give one example. I remember we went a couple years ago to like a library event for
Okay.
kids with autism, and we were just like shooting the shit with parents afterwards, and we were talking about how we were going to leave there and go grab something to eat.
Uh-huh.
And his dad turns like white in the face and it's just like, oh my God, you guys do restaurants? And I was just like, oh my God. Like, so as far as like ways that it really restricts us living our lives, not really. Like, he's verbal, he's potty trained. We went to
Oh,
Disney
nice.
this year. Like, I mean,
Oh, nice.
you know,
Yeah, super nice.
Yeah, honestly, but that's the thing. Like, the reason I ask is because, in my experience, at least, is that, I just feel like there's so many more things to like categorize a kid now when it could be like they're just a
Mhm.
normal fucking kid, and people are
Yeah.
different. Some people talk, some people don't. Some people you wish they would just shut the fuck up, or like some of these kids need to put a lid on it. But like, it's just, I'm with you. I don't know. I feel like people are different. Like, I've had friends come up to me and say like, "Oh man, like, blah 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 is doing this, blah blah this." I was like, "Bro, they're just a fucking kid." A lot of these times, these doctors make up these percentiles and these different categories just to fucking scare you when it doesn't fucking matter. It just doesn't, because you could be someone with autistic tendencies, or you could be like a perfect child. But if you're a little fucking shithead whose parents don't pay
Mhm.
attention to you or fucking discipline you, then you're just you're going to be a piece of shit person. And that's the bottom line.
Right.
You could be perfect or in whatever percentage, but if your parents don't fucking teach you how to have manners or talk or deal with other people or be polite, then you're just a fuck twat. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's all dependent, but I do think a lot of the times the doctors say all this shit to fucking scare you, and it's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I had a friend of mine whose son had to wear a fucking helmet because the doctors convinced the parents that his head was going to be weird. And this fucking
Mhm.
toddler had to have a helmet on his head that would like form his head so it wouldn't be flat on places. And I was just like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And like watching the kid having to wear this and put it on, it was fucking torture. Like, and so
Yeah.
that kind of bullshit. I don't know. I don't know if it helps or if it hurts or whatever. I am not a doctor,
That's
but I
anti-children with round heads, yo.
well, I'm just saying, like, I never
If I
fucking,
do a good old flat top like when I was a kid.
yeah. Who cares if, like, does the head
I
shape
don't care if he's
matter?
got a soft
Like,
spot. Take that helmet off that kid.
yeah. I don't
Brains
know.
'cause
could be square.
Yeah, just because he's got an off button at the top of his head doesn't make him any more vulnerable than the rest of us.
Don't touch it, please.
I don't
Listen,
think
I
it's-
think the one thing we can all agree on is little kids with those like rubber glasses when they need them. That is the cutest
The
fucking thing I've ever
cutest
seen in my
thing
life.
in life.
What, the
Oh my
kids with rubber glasses?
Yeah, when
Yes.
they have to wear glasses when they're like less than a year old, so they get these like goggles basically with a
And they're all, like,
prescription. Oh my
Royal
God.
blue or hot pink. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I love them.
I can't stand it. I can't get enough of that.
It's the best. I'm like gonna immediately put my child in front of the screen when they're born and just ruin their eyes so they have to wear those glasses.
Wow. Exciting.
Very serious.
Very, very serious. Nice.
Matt, I just sent you my feet stuff.
Oh, yeah. We did talk about this. Filthy LaFay.
Yeah, I sent you my accounts.
Shout out, fan of the show, listen to the show. Nice. All right, so we are coming towards the top of time.
Feet on the show, yo.
Dude, we are gonna get, dude. We are
This,
this,
I'll start putting my feet out there.
this show is gonna
I
be
got good
funded
feet.
by feet. I do not.
It'll work.
I do not have good feet, guys. They're bad. I mean, probably
No.
because I'm so tall, and it's like, they have to deal with that and that whole thing. But I do not have good feet. I don't know. My shit are so beat the fuck up. It's bad. But yeah, Jana's got some $1 million tootsers, so we're gonna get some money from them, and the show's gonna be funded by feet. Funded
Correct.
by feet.
Funded by feet.
So okay, so then let's keep it on moving. We're coming towards the top of time. But before we get out of here, Bethany, what do you got to say to your fans before we get the out of here?
Don't cancel on this podcast if they ask you to join. That's my one tip to everybody listening, because this is a grand old time, if you will.
It's a grand old time.
Bring it full circle.
All right. Well, I mean, I was gonna say this regardless, but Bethany, I will say this. Usually, me, Justin, and Jana are on the same page with this, but we would absolutely love to have you back on if you'd be willing to come back on, because you're a fucking time. You're just the best.
Sure.
You are the best.
You.
No, thank you.
you.
You're incredible, and thank you
The
so much
best.
for doing this on short notice. I mean, you know, Jana just pulling, just
Say,
pulling
how do
out
you
those
know this
stops.
many cool people, yo?
Yeah.
She's like an
I-
agent over here. My God.
So far, Matt is the person I like the least so far out of Jana's friends.
Can't say I
That's
blame you.
hilarious.
When you look at all of them, like, come on, man, it's like impossible to compare. Like, you know what I mean?
And how great are they all that they're just like, yeah, we'll come on in 5 minutes.
They literally, that is like, and it's so, like, I like, nothing drives me crazier than like if you have to cancel and like maybe it's a couple days or a week. I understand, and I know we're not, and we're not fucking Joe Rogan, and I get it. But if
But we're funnier
we are funnier and better looking.
and better looking. All three of us are better looking. Hands down.
And taller. We
And
are
at
all
least one of
taller.
you
taller.
is fucking Joe Rogan, right? I feel like at least one of you is fucking
Well.
Joe Rogan.
Well, don't tell.
not.
But
Big Nose Radio fan.
yeah, but love News Radio. Shout out Sleeper, great show. But no, we were like, but like there's the people that have canceled. One, like they've done the pre-show. We did the pre-show meeting. They filled out the pre-show questionnaire. We were all set. Everything's good. They've been booked. Like a lot of these people, just the way that the show is booked, we're booked out till December. So like you're booked months in advance. You know what I mean? And like if you have to reschedule after schedule, I understand that. But you could just at least get us a head up. And I know emergencies happen. And I know I'm complaining about something that really is everyone doing us a favor. So I'll fucking have to cut this anyways. But either way, no, that is great advice from you, Bethany. And I would love to have you back on the show. Super excited to get back on because you were a lot of fun. Jalen, Dub, Justin, do you have anything you want to say to Dub Nation before we get out of here?
Just shout out corn being the best vegetable. Big
It's
fan.
corn.
Where are you at with peas?
Oh, dude, my mother at a young age lied to me and told me that if I ate a bunch of peas, I would be noticeably, her wording exactly, I would be noticeably stronger the next day. And I might have eaten all of the peas given to me from the age of 6 to like 14 without pause or question. I'd be like, yeah, do we have more peas? Because like,
I want to be jacked.
I'll be stronger tomorrow. You guys are idiots.
Yeah.
Not eating all the peas.
And how'd that work out?
I slowly realized it over time and just accepted that I was fooled.
Yeah. Your mother's a liar.
These are fine. They're not as
Speaking
good
of
as
lying
corn.
parents, when I was younger, my dad told me that capers were frog balls. And so I never ate them until I was like literally working at Vinny T's, and they're like, that's
on the chicken
flower
piccata.
buds.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, they're frog balls. And my dad thinks it's so funny that he fooled me like up until my 30s.
Dude.
Well, shout out Jack
Impressive.
Nancy.
Dude, I remember
Shout out Jack Nancy.
where I was alone in my car in my, I don't want to say late 20s. And I was just out of nowhere. I was just like, cucumbers are fucking pickles. I just never fucking thought about it. I was just like, a raisins, fruit, grapes are raisins, prunes. Everything was blowing my mind. I was like, you can dehydrate things and they become new things.
Yeah.
I never put it together. I was a very sheltered child. Please cut that part too.
No, please don't.
All right. Okay. And then Jana Heartstopper. Hello.
Not my name.
Oh, yeah. What is your new last name?
Rose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Jana Heartstopper Rose. Shit.
Doesn't really work anymore.
No.
We need to think of something with an R. That's
Jana the Righteous Rose. Righteous Jana
No.
Rose? No.
Jana Rim Job Rose. No.
Wow.
Mm.
Rectal
Rangoon.
assassin.
I'm
Rangoon.
saying
Oh, shit. The Rangoon.
it was right in front of us.
The whole time.
Jana
Holy cow.
Rangoon Rose.
This is epic.
Wow. The Ragoon. Ragoon? Ragoon.
Rangoon?
Crab Rangoon.
Rangoon.
Rangoon. Yeah.
Rangoon.
Yeah. Jana Rangoon Rose. Rangoon Jana Rose. Love it. Wow. That was just
So fun.
beautiful. So Rangoon Jana Rose, anything you got to say to the Rangoon fanatics before we get out of here?
Yeah, just thanks, guys. See you tonight.
Wow, love it. Delilah. Well, speaking of seeing you tonight, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by jdub, Justin Richardson, Rangoon, Jana Rose, and our guest today is the one and the only Bethany Chernay. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast, and you can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe so we can keep this party going. Thanks for listening. Stick around for the ad read. Thanks. See you. Do you have a message or a story inside of you that you've been waiting to tell? Have you always dreamed of writing a book, but are intimidated by the complexities of the book publishing world? Perhaps you want to use a book to launch your public speaking or consulting career. If so, please reach out to Scott and Bell Publishing, located right here in beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Scott and Bell Publishing handle all genres and authors with all experience levels. Scott and Bell Publishing gives authors 100% creative freedom and a higher royalty split. They can be found at www.skotbell.com. That's www.s as in Sam, K as in Kite, O as in October, T as in Tom, B as in Boy, E as in Edward, L as in Larry, L as in Larry.com. That's Scott and Bell Publishing, where the authors go.